Hello, friends. Today I want to talk about the spiritual practice of remembering our ancestors. And so I begin by lighting a candle, our chalice here, in memory of all those who have gone before us. It is the time of year at the end of autumn and the beginning of winter when many cultures recognize that the veil between the living and the dead, as it is described, can be very thin. And we who are living have greater access to those who have gone before us. It might be Samhain, the Celtic holiday that recognizes the dead, or All Souls Day, or Dias de los Muertos, which runs for 3 days at the end of October and the beginning of November. Each of these invites us to welcome back our loved ones who have died. My friend Juanita Garcia Godoy, who was a scholar of Dias de los Muertos before she died, once said this as she wrote about it. She said, Dias de los Muertos is a great family reunion that especially honors those who no longer have bodies. I love that. And today I honor her as well. Someone who taught me a great deal about this practice of honoring and welcoming back the dead. And she said, it is especially important as a solidarity that crosses a longer arc of time for people who face tremendous forces of disintegration. In this particular time, when our awareness of mortality is so high, when so much seems to be disintegrating, and we have so much grief about losses. It might be losses of loved ones who are falling sick and perhaps have already died. It might be other losses in our lives of health, of employment, of habits, of being able to socialize with our loved ones. Any of these can awaken grief. And so this time of year, when we are invited to look through the veil, to honor that longer arc of connection between the living and dead, invites us to see grief not as a way of ultimately letting go of our losses and our loved ones, but of opening the way for them to be with us in new and transformative ways. This is what grief does at its best. It lets our losses be reformed into something that we can carry forward with us. And so our ability not only to grieve, but to welcome back those who are loved, who have died, and to welcome back our memories of any loss, whether it is a person or a way of life or an ability. Our ability to grieve these losses is the beginning of our capacity for carrying them forward in new forms. And so at this time of year, however you might be celebrating the thin veil that separates the living from the dead, I hope you find a way to welcome back those who have left you through dying, and to grieve in a way that helps you carry them forward. I want to end by sharing these words from Jan Richardson, who wrote this piece called For Those Who Walked With Us. For those who walked with us, this is a prayer. For those who have gone ahead, this is a blessing. For those who touched and tended us, who lingered with us while they lived, this is a thanksgiving. For those who journey still with us in the shadows of awareness, in the crevices of memory, in the landscape of our dreams, This is a benediction. Friends, as you enter these days of the thin veil, I hope you find your own practices and ways of carrying your loved ones with you, of honoring them with prayer and blessing and gratitude and benediction. Take good care. Be steady. Be strong. Be well.